I love Omega Watchmen. Seventh blood moon. The moon never turned to blood in my entire 52 years. And I can't stop turning to blood.
But we're always his children, John 10:26-29. I can go on. Ephesians 4:30, Ephesians 1:15. We are saved and sealed. If we're not saved and sealed, what's even the purpose of salvation as well? You know, if you're constantly trying to prove your worth, it's not going to happen. Anyway, I want to turn this into a grace video. Enough. But let's read this quote again from Isaac Newton. About the time of the end, a body of men will be raised up who will turn their attention to prophecies and insist upon their literal interpretation. I really think of Scott Clark when I hear that. In the midst of much clamor and opposition, so people are not going to like it. Let me just name some names of some people that do this. So, Scott Clark. Mark Biltz. Mark Biltz, man raised up at the time of the end. I bet Mark Biltz wasn't a significant pastor or figure on the scene
Bathhouse, it's perfect.
5 years ago at all. 10 years ago, definitely. Jonathan Cahn.
You one of the two witnesses?
So, you know, who knew of Jonathan Cahn? And you can have all your issues with these men, with these people. What I'm saying about Scott Clark and Mark Biltz and Jonathan Cahn is I have seen them share the gospel of Christ. Now, do I agree with every point and perspective and word out of their mouth? So I want you to breathe deep before, you know, this is not my but guess what? There's a lot of people that don't agree with everything out of my mouth and probably have me.
This one on the Yankees.
You know, they might say, well, Scarborough believes in the gospel of Christ, but I disagree with these.
But look how red.
18 things that he says.
King's Bathhouse.
But Mark Biltz.
Oh my God.
Jonathan Cahn.
It's totally blood red.
Scott Clark. Heavenly Sign, 2017. He gets.
We've been in the end since 1979.
Jesus is coming, little baby. You're going to get to go. You're
Daryl and Ron Dempsey. Two individuals. And you can say what you want to say about them. They share the gospel of Christ. They share dreams. You can say, well, how could somebody have, 4 dreams a week? I don't know. That's not my business. If they love the Lord Jesus and it's clear, these things it's not my business. Okay, these are Parable of the Bandits.
Brother Adams
does a wonderful job.
Jesus is coming, Buddhist.
Wonderful job.
Give your heart to Jesus.
Supporting what he sees
in prophecy. My goodness.
And he insists upon the literal interpretation.
The day of the Lord comes a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
I know this is not going to be all inclusive because I'm just trying to think of these off the cuff. And God's roadmap to the end. Outside of the fact he's got that cool South African accent, he's done a lot of study. He's turned attention to the prophecies and he brings his scientific background to it. Paul Grievous, and you guys don't know Paul Grievous, but I've said before, go to www.bloodmoonscoming.com, and I would recommend that you favorite that site and just watch every other week. He is a former statistician, a brilliant man that brings to perspective his understanding of astronomy and what's going on, and in particular end times. He insists upon the literal interpretation. So,
if Kathleen Coleman is correct, and Perry Stone, who's an end-time watcher, confirmed by Discovery Ministries, who I think is the premium watcher right now, and my losing my voice just agreed, then we end at Saint Hildegard, a doctor of the Catholic Church, which means they are correct on every point, was an end-time watcher, and she has been absolutely proven correct as a prophet, and she lived in the 1100s. So I've been watching since 88 Reasons in 88. Got Hal Lindsey, who came from here, Lester Summerall. So I got on the YouTube to start correcting people because I've been trespassed since 2009. Well, before that, but most obviously 2009, the worm found. I didn't know the identity theft was so egregious in Louisiana, and Jesus told me I'd be able to start my life again. I'm held bound to these Satan-serving circuses so that they can have acting jobs. They get it wrong constantly, and that's why I was trying to use my experience to preach. I mean, this is all supposed to be Cruz, and Cruz didn't make it, so overwhelmingly wrong. And there is an imposter of a dead woman, overwhelmingly wrong. So whatever tech you can use, still filled with the second heaven lies. You don't guard, and you don't love, and you don't give. And you knew I was innocent in 2011, not enough evidence. That is why I got an escort and my money back. And then you started it all over again.
Play death metal. Play death metal. Play death metal.
Organized massive 50 feet long, 235 feet wide sinkhole has swallowed two homes destroyed.
This isn't some Japanese man that made Bitcoin and blockchain, in my opinion. Even Wikipedia will tell you it could be a shadow group or a government entity. Add that to the fact that a small group of people knew in 1988 where this was going. They put a digital coin, a crypto coin, on the chest of a phoenix, and many people thought it was a gold coin forever. No. They knew. And it said 30 years from now, we will have a world currency. Here we are, and that's 2018. Here we are, 2017, get ready to go into 2018, and cryptocurrency is exploding. This is where it's going. This is the new market. Our stock market is stale. This is why people are jumping in, and it's very volatile, and you can lose your ass if you don't know what you're doing, just like anything else. But my point is this, things are shifting right in front of your face. The beast system is here, and when they have it their way, I think by 2020 is what they're aiming for. You remember this. You will no longer be able to have your money hidden in your closet.
Pollinators! Castle of elimination! Complete annihilation! I saw it die on the perfect storm. But today, Jesus is His word is perfect, His perfect, His word.
After a storm had
Anna
formed
did.
in the North Atlantic, and by bizarre, I mean it was a hurricane. When's the last time you've heard a hurricane October 30th forming off Nova Scotia? It came the wrong way.
Exactly.
It's called a retrograde storm. Normally, weather patterns are from west to east and from south to north. This storm went from east to west and from north to south.
Man, I'm
Retrograde.
dyslexic.
It
Sorry.
happens- in my lifetime, it's the only time I've ever heard it. And according to meteorologists, it happens once every 200-300 years. And what it did was it raped the east coast of the United States, and it sent gigantic waves. And President Bush has a home in Kennebunkport, Maine. on the
Kennebunkport,
coast.